Welcome to the Tutorials by LOV Psyduck tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be showing you how to make this Pokemon that you see here. Remember to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if this is the first video that you've seen by me, if you like what you see here, and check out other tutorials on my channel as well. I have lots of other ones ranging from Charizard to Flygon, which I just posted last week. So if you like what you see here, be sure to check out my channel and subscribe. So let's begin with the tutorial. Okay, so we will be first starting on the arms. So make sure that your red arrow is pointing away from you, and take 2 yellow bands, put it from the first peg to the second peg, take another 2 yellow bands, second peg to the third peg. Then take a single yellow band and wrap it around this peg, the third peg, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now turn your loom around. Pull back this band, go underneath the cap band, and grab this band. And then grab the next band. Then you can pull this off and make sure that it looks nice. And then you can just set it off to the side later. This won't come undone unless you really mess with it. And then make a second one, and then come back to this spot. Now we will be making the legs, or the feet. He doesn't really have legs. So take a single tan band, flip it over onto itself, making a figure 8 like this, and then make a sandwich out of those 2 bands to make a double looped band here. Then put it from the first peg to the second peg in the middle. Then take another one, double loop it, and put it from this peg to this peg. That's making a long stretch from here to here. Then do the same thing on the other side. Now take another double looped band, and we're going to put it from the second peg in the middle to the third peg in the middle. Now take another double looped tan band, and we're going to make a triangle going across like so. Then take a single tan band, and we're going to wrap it around this peg 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do that again right here. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, and again once more right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn your loom around, go underneath of this cap band, and you're going to grab that double looped tan band and then loop it back onto itself. And then grab the next one, loop it onto itself, and then go underneath the triangular holding band and the cap band, and we're going to be grabbing this double looped band. Be careful, this has a lot of tension and you don't want it to break. Then do the same exact thing on the other side. Now take a single tan band, and we're going to make a slip knot right here. and then you're gonna pull it. This has a pretty good chance of breaking, so if it does, then just try it again. And then slowly start to take this off your loom. And then make adjustments as needed. Once you're done with that, rewind the video and make a second foot so that you have 2 feet, and then put those off to the side for later. Now we will be working on the head and body. So take 2 yellow bands and put it from here to here. I will be using 2 bands this entire time for the head and body unless I tell you otherwise. Take another 2 bands, like so. Another 2 bands. And then just place your 2 bands where I placed mine. Another 2 right there. Right here. If I'm going too fast for you, remember you can always pause the video and then catch up. And again. And you might want to do this the other way with your red arrow pointing away from you. Sometimes it's just a bit easier. Now, stop at this point and your loom should look like this, and all these bands here should be 2 yellow bands. Now we're going to make the tail. So place 2 more bands right here, and then grab a single yellow band and loop it around your hook 3 times. 1, 2, 3, like so. Then grab 2 yellow bands, put it on your hook like so, and then slide that other yellow band that we looped around the hook 3 times onto those 2 yellow bands. And then put the other side of the band back onto the hook so you have something like this. Now, go to this band right here, lift it up, and you're going to slide that tail onto those other bands. And make sure that this all stays on. Like so. And then take another 2 bands and another 2 bands. Now, take your arm and put it back through those 2 loose sets of bands, and we're just going to place it on this peg right here, as so. And do this again. Put those 2 sets back onto your hook, and then place it onto this peg right here. Now, we are going to be making the eyes. So, take your hook. Sometimes it's easier to do if you don't have a metal hook, since there's not much space to work on here, but if you have a crochet hook, those usually work better. So, take a single black band, wrap it around your hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then kind of situate this into the middle, and then take a single white band, put it to the left of your black band and your hook, and then loop it around and put that other loop on the left side of your black band again. And then we're going to make one loop on the right side and another loop on the right side. And then push that eye as down as far as you can, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but with this time we have less space to work with. So now take another black band and we're going to loop it around our hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the white band, situate it to the left of your eye, and then put another loop there, and another, and another. So it looks something like this. Then take a single yellow band, put in your hook like so, and we're going to slide those white bands onto here. And the black bands and the other set of white bands. Push this to the end of your band and then do the same thing with the other 2 white bands and then the black bands. And then again with the white bands. Now we're going to put one side of our yellow band on this peg and the other side on this peg. Then make sure that your eyes are spread apart, and you're going to take one side of that single band and you're going to put it around this peg. So you have one side here of that single band and the other side here. And then turn your eyes so that the cross is in the back. Then you can turn your loom around if you want to. And now, take one of your feet. We are going to go into this band right here. It's in the middle. It's not this one. It's this one right here. Slide your hook into it, grab, and then you should see 4 different bands on your hook. And then we're going to take that piece and we're going to lift up this band here and we're going to slide all of those on there. And if you want to, you can go to the end of your loom like so, and it might just be a little bit easier. And then just pull all those loops through there, like so. And take this off again. And put it back on here. Like so. And then we're going to do the same thing with our other foot. And if you see something like this, remember to flip it over onto this side, put it through that top band. You should see 4 different loops on your hook. Grab this band and then pull it on. Although, if you look at my foot here, you'll see that we have a problem. It's backwards. It looks like this, so it's backwards. This one's correct, this one isn't. So in order to fix that, take it off your loom and then just switch the orientation that you put it on your hook. And then grab those 2 bands again. And then pull that onto there and put it like so on there. And then these loose bands we'll take care of later. Now, take 2 bands And we're going to make a triangle like so with 2 bands. Take another 2 bands and we're going to make another triangle. Now we're almost done. We're going to start making the beak. So go to an empty spot on your loom that's right below your Psyduck, and then take a brown band, tan band, double loop it, and find a spot on your loom and put it there. If you want to, it might be better to turn your loom around, but just make sure that you leave a length of at least 3 spaces, so about from here to here of extra room so we can work. Another double looped tan band and another double looped tan band. And then we're gonna go down right and put the band right here so that it's down 1 space, or like a half a space than this one was. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to take another double looped tan band, put it right here, and then do the same thing on the other side. Double looped tan band. And then we're going to make a horizontal or a diagonal in between, connecting those 2 pieces. And again right here. Now turn your loom around, push these bands right here down, and then you take a single tan band and wrap it around there 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Like so. That'll be our cap band. Then push these bands here down, and you're going to take 2 tan bands, and we're going to make a triangle from this peg to this peg to this peg. Like so. Then take a double looped tan band, and we're going to go make another triangle from this peg to this peg to this peg. So to clarify again, this set of bands should be 2 bands. This one should be a single band that is double looped. Now pull back your cap band, grab that first tan band, grab the top 2 bands, top 2 bands, and again. And then just keep looping up on your loom. And now start to pull it off your loom like so. And then you're going to take your hook and you're going to go through each of these loose band areas, and you're going to put them onto your hook. Once you have your bill done, just keep it on your hook for later. Then grab another hook, and we're going to take a single yellow band and we're going to loop it around here 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then go underneath that yellow cap band and grab the first 2 bands, then loop them back onto themselves. Grab the next 2 bands and then loop that back onto themselves, and the next 2, and then just keep on looping up from here. Go underneath the feet bands. Make sure not to grab any holding bands. Now, grab those, go underneath the bands where the arm is, grab the bottom 2 bands you see. Be careful not to grab the holding bands or your arm bands. And then loop it up again. Now, here comes a little bit trickier part. Pull back all these bands as much as you can. And then grab the top 2 yellow bands that have not already been looped. The next 2 again. And then the bottom 2. Now that you've come this far, take your bill and then take the first set of double looped bands of 4 bands, and you're going to wrap them around that peg. Then take the next set, wrap those 4 bands around that peg, and the last 4 bands are on this peg. And now, you're just going to go underneath of the bill and the other bands and start looping up. Grab the bottom 2 bands here, make sure to go underneath the bill and that holding band for the eyes, like so, and right here. Grab the next 2 and the last set right here. Check your loom to make sure that you see raindrops on each one of these different spaces in between the pegs. Now, you're going to want to grab 2 black bands and then make a slip knot right here. Pull these through, put the other side back on your hook, and then lift this side over this side. Pull. Now we can take this off the loom. Now he's gonna look really weird right now. He's got eyes in the back of his head. So just push those through. And push the other eye through. Then make any adjustments that you need. Now, take the tail, pull it out, and then take these bands, the loose ones at the bottom, and you're going to wrap it around the foot once, and then again twice. So that they look like this. Then do the same thing on the other side. Wrap it around the feet twice. And now, to perfect these hair tufts, take your scissors and you're just going to put them through there and then pull up so that you're in the middle of the 2 bands. And then this is way too long. You want it to be a little bit shorter. So just use your best judgment and make this a little bit shorter. Cut off just a little bit because you can always take more off, but you can't add more on. Like so. And I mean, you might want this longer or shorter depending on who you are. So then, you are now finished with your Psyduck. Thanks for watching this video, and remember to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel if this is the first video you've done, first tutorial that you've seen by us, and remember to comment on other Pokemon ideas and I will do them later. In fact, this was a comment that this Pokemon was a comment that someone else had previously posted, so now I am making Psyduck from that previous comment. So thanks for watching, and see you next time for the next tutorial.